6 benefits of learning a second language. There are many good reasons to learn a second language. Here are just a few. 1. Knowing a second language teaches you to multitask. Do more than one thing at the same time. This is because your brain becomes more flexible when you switch from one language to another. 2. Your memory will improve too. For instance, studies show that it's easier for bilinguals to remember directions, names, and shopping lists. 3. Learning a second language is good for your health. For instance, new studies found that brain diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's showed up later in bilinguals than they did in monolinguals. 4. Learning a second, or third, or fourth language is also good for your resume. Knowing more than one language can help you get a better job, no matter which career you choose. 5. Another good reason for learning a second language is it can help you make friends with people from different countries. You'll also be able to understand different cultures better and enjoy different kinds of literature, music, and films. 6. Your first language may also improve after learning a second. After you spend time learning grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure in another language, you'll start to think more about your first language too. It's never too late to start learning a second language. So why not start now?
Wow, you can read Chinese?
Yes. My parents are from China. They sent me to Chinese school at the weekend.
Do your parents speak any English?
They do, but not so much.
Was it strange speaking one language in school and a different language at home?
Well, I didn't like when they spoke to me in Chinese in front of my friends, but most of the time it was okay.
What language do you speak with your brothers and sisters?
I have 2 sisters. They're bilingual, like me. I guess we speak a mixture of English and Chinese.
Are you glad you know 2 languages?
Yes, I'm very glad. It's fun. And it helps with my studies.
I'm going to raise my kids bilingual. Just need to find a partner who knows another language.
That would help.
Do you have any good tips for learning English?
Well, what do you find most difficult?
I still find speaking hard. I'm afraid of making mistakes.
Don't worry about that. Language learning is all about making mistakes.
I guess. Do you have any other advice?
Try and listen as much as you can to native speakers on the radio or TV.
Oh. Yeah, I see. That's a good idea.
Home. About us. Our workshops. Contact. Resources. The Bilingual Circle. Connecting bilingual parents. Do you speak more than one language at home? Are you raising bilingual or multilingual children? Then the Bilingual Circle may be the place for you. The Bilingual Circle offers support, workshops, information, and social experiences for bilingual or multilingual families. Karina and Diego Jones, themselves parents of bilingual children, founded the Bilingual Circle 5 years ago so that parents can have a place to come to help them make decisions and share ideas. Home workshops. Let us come to you. The Bilingual Circle offers private workshops for small groups, up to 10 people, in the comfort of your home. Our workshops help parents raise bilingual children. Public workshops. For larger groups, the Bilingual Circle offers public workshops at schools, libraries, and community centers at least 2 times a month. Our public workshops are a good place to meet other parents of bilingual children in your area. Webinars. The Bilingual Circle now offers monthly webinars that discuss different topics each month. For example, Raising Bilingual Children, the Do's and Don'ts, and Introducing a Third Language, When and How. To get updates and reminders about upcoming webinars, please sign up for our newsletter. Testimonials. As parents who live in an English-speaking country but speak Spanish at home, we needed guidance. The Bilingual Circle really gave us the tools we needed to raise our son as both a Spanish and English speaker. We weren't able to participate in a home or public workshop, so the monthly webinars were a great option for us. We just participated in one last night. Thank you. Eddie. We live in France. My husband speaks Russian. I speak English. We wanted our children to be able to speak both languages, but we didn't want their third language to suffer. Thanks to the Bilingual Circle, we now have a wonderful support group. Jennifer.
Listen to part of a podcast on languages.
Welcome to the Language Channel. I'm your host, Miguel Pardo. Today, we're talking about how or if your personality changes when you speak a different language. Nadia Timmerman is here to tell us about her new book called Different Languages, Different Personalities. Nadia, I grew up speaking Portuguese and English. My friends tell me I'm funnier in Portuguese than I am in English. When I'm around Portuguese speakers, I'm just more outgoing. Is that possible?
Yes, it is. I conducted many surveys with people who spoke 2 or more languages, and it is possible. It's interesting how differently people act when speaking different languages.
So, can my personality really be completely different in Portuguese than it is in English?
Well, you can be more outgoing in one language. But according to my research, your basic personality doesn't change. What seems like a change in your personality is just a change in the way you act based on the situation. What happens more often is how people use languages in different contexts.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. For instance, I use English at work, but I speak Russian with my family and friends. So when I speak Russian, I use a lot more slang or more informal words. I guess you could say I feel more relaxed when I speak Russian and more formal when I speak English.
Oh, so you mean my personality doesn't really change. It's more a matter of how I use the different languages.
Exactly.
And what about the culture of a language? Can it affect personality?
Well, that's a very long and complicated answer.
I guess I'll just need to read your book to find out. Thanks for speaking with us today, Nadia. Our listeners and I sure learned a lot.